Yesterday's conspiracy theories, tomorrow's headlines. Most are still asleep and I ain't talking about no bedtime. The truth is not a Google search, you need to get your head right. The Greek goddess of illusion was called Media I'm not a coincidence theorist, I look for thread lines. Smashing every deadline, no longer smashing red wine. Though I can hear the bells chime, it feels like the end times. That probably should have been smashed on red wine. But the carnal mind is foolish, obey and end up ghoulish. Don't get used by instinct, take control and learn to use it. Make a load of earnest music, earn a few quid, learn a few tricks. Sure, the truth is persecuted, this whole world is pure abusive. Know a bit about everything and everything about nothing. Figured out my noggin while you picture out shopping. You sit about watching while I dish it out, stop it. I don't mean to sound cocky, I'm not even proud of it. It's a second nature to me, just to be this out honest. I don't even need to sound honest, never been about profit. Everything but out on it, you can bet your house on it. Doubt I'll be out for the count when the sounds, and I'm down for the beat, no beat down. I mean, how long's it been? Help me out. I've been the only one who's held me down. All in the mind, hell freeze now. Still sick with it, healthy how? Few bars down and the world freaked out. I don't reach out, I seek out to speak out. I'ma recount the reasons they beat out.
Hello. Welcome everybody to the 509 Divine Pines podcast. I'm your host, Joseph Daniel Pena. It is January 27, 2026, man. Man, it is a chill week. Seems like society is quiet. Society is focused. We're not like too riled up. The system wants us to be riled up. The system wants us to be angry in the streets, rioting because of what's happening, what they're doing to us. But it seems like a lot of people are staying focused, staying collected, staying mature, and making sure that we as a whole don't really get out of hand and lose ourselves, because that's what they want us to do. Society wants, uh, or let's just say the society masters want us to be mad, furious, angry, riled up, and violent. But nah, like it's better to be wise and think 3 steps ahead, so we don't have to worry about actual violence in with our hands, with our in our families, in our properties or places. And we could still accomplish these things, focus it out, write out the goals. And it seems like the world is at a turning stage, though, for sure. Technology is so fast that like countries are flipping in a moment, flipping in an instant, as we just seen in Venezuela. Literally, well, one minute it was this communist type of nation. Now it seems like instantly, overnight, all them people are happy. Like literally, all them people are happy that the dictator's gone. Uh, it's like the Wizard of Oz. The Wicked Witch is dead. They start singing and shit. Yeah, pretty much, man. So like instantaneously, like overnight, things can change, and technology is moving so fast that we as a humanity, we are moving fast. Our mind, our bodies are getting better, sharper, stronger, more resilient. If we are keeping health. And there's a lot on the opposite side, for sure. Technology is moving so fast that they want to make diseases and all these different problems faster if we are unaware. But if we are aware and we make sure that we're 2 steps ahead, we can be healthy. Like me, I was just having a conversation today. Someone was talking about the supplements and health things that are around these days. And I was like, for me personally, I have a nutritionist certification. I have a fitness trainer license, and I have chemical and biology training from the military. And like when COVID happened, when all this happened over the last 6 years, 5 years, I wasn't sick once. Like I wasn't as people were. Trust me. Like people didn't see me sick. They were wondering, like, "Yo, like you're pretty healthy. You're looking good, looking sharp, man." Even my buddy today, he, uh, I I was texting him and he's like, "Hey man, I'm trying to be like you. Here, man, I'm here at the gym." And I was like, "Fuck yeah, that's what's up." He's like, "Yeah, I'm trying to be like you, bro. Keep me. I see you busting ass at the gym." And I was like, "Fuck, yeah." It's like over the last 6 years because of my hard work and my focus and me being aware instead of mad and violent like the rest of society. It seems like these people who are being caught up in violence really can't take a deep breath and stay focused, and that's what we need to do. And I see that a lot of my friends, family, and people around are staying focused because there's a lot of distractions, and I don't try to fall into I don't know, for instance, like the Kardashians and their show and the drama with them and the different celebrities and and Cardi B and like what's going what like there's a whole bunch more. That's like well, 2 out of 100 names that's in the social media feed, you know what I mean? They're all about the drama and the fighting and, um, that's all distractions, man. Over here on the podcast, we stay focused and, we stay high, we stay blessed, we stay enlightening for all of our friends. As I always say, be the lighthouse for those lost in the dark at sea. Check this video out, guys. Let me go ahead and pull this up. Um, oh, hey, you know what? Quick little gaming clip. You want to see some?
Make your way to the point! I've got enemy in sight! Contact! Hostile troops sighted!
Holy shit.
Don't let up. You're almost mission complete.
Yeah, I'm pretty sharp with it. Yeah. I stay hot with the controller, man. I never lost that gaming skills. You know what I mean? You can call me Four Eyes or you can call me a sharpshooter. Either way, I'm getting kills, sucker. Yo, here in the comments, I couldn't tell you I made one. They only exist at a distance. No one wants to catch that kid. I don't know what the fuck. Uh, I don't know. Check this out here in the comments. Oh, my man, here on Twitter. My bad. This I posted on YouTube. I'm not sure if the audio went out for me or you for this video, but I edited the video myself and I had to because of copyright. I had to remove the audio for some of this. So if you do not hear audio on some of this video, it's because otherwise I would be hit with the copyright because it seems like their voices and their speech is copyright. So this is pretty much Robert Kraft, the owner of the Patriots and New England Patriots to be exact. Robert Kraft owning an organization on fighting anti-Semitism. Robert Kraft kissing the feet of the pretty much the most powerful people in Hollywood in America, with the money and all of that. And so it's no surprise that over the last 28 years, we've seen how we've seen literally what 14 championships from these guys. 14 championships, man. Can you imagine that? So in 28 years, they've hit. 1 second. Here we go. Add to stage. Let me go ahead and bring that back up. Here, let's get it.
$10,000 technology, Neuralink, which is a computer chip surgically implanted into the brain, enabling people like Nolan here to reconnect to the world. So you were paralyzed from the neck down.
Yeah, and for about 8 years, I was trying to find some purpose in my life.
And then you got Neuralink, and what has that changed?
Anything anyone can do on a computer, I can do.
And he literally does it by using only his brain. You are currently moving that with your thoughts.
Yeah, man.
I want to see you send a text with your brain.
Okay.
His hands are paralyzed, but we're going to film them so you can see they're not moving. And using the neurons firing in Nolan's brain, Neuralink can translate those signals into movements. He just typed hi with his mind. Is this not crazy to anyone else? But that's not all he can do. So you just think left, and you're about to turn left.
Left, right, don't die.
No!
There we go.
He absolutely crushed us playing with only his mind.
I never thought would allow me to do anything like this.
I need to show you guys the most future.
Now, this is Mr. Beast. Remember, over the last 6 months to 1 year, him and his entourage have been they've been at the target of people exposing their wickedness, their weirdness. It seems like Mr. Beast is a beast behind closed doors. He's allowed some strange things. His friend definitely weird and demonic after like that whole We Are Legion thing. Like that's strange, transitioning and then specifically saying that they've seen the leaked Discord strangeness. What else is it? There's him dropping the Christianity. So at the start he definitely had a cross on one of his main stages or logos or name something. Then he sold out, and you could tell definitely it's something's different, right? With the whole it's just he's putting people up for stress and up against each other, and it seems like it's kind of like a dark wizard in a sense for money. What will you do for $500,000? It's pretty wild. People are speculating that this Neuralink that he's pushing with Elon Musk is the start of the brain to computer interface where we're going to start seeing humans be attached to the digital slave ship instantaneously, where everything is tracking us, kind of like how it already is over there in China with this whole facial recognition, but even deeper. So now if let's just say Mr. Neuralink right here, it goes over to China, let's realistically, hypothetically, right? If let's just say this guy who got the brain chip suddenly moves to China, and now he's under that authoritarianism, and China's like, hey, you know what? We want to make a law now, so we get access to those Neuralinks, and anybody who's a dissident and thinks and blah 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 does this, we punish. So now you lose programs on the Neuralink. So like, oof, it's rough because if this gets in the wrong hands, then that can be really bad, right? Thankfully, Elon is questioning life currently. Elon Musk is questioning life more than anyone. He's wondering if he's an alien himself or not from this planet. Because like you see him on Twitter, and then you hear him and you see his actions, and he's definitely a good and bad guy in a sense where he's doing good things and bad things, and he's openly questioning what side he wants because he's attacking Trump, and then he's still part of this whole Neuralink thing. It's just he's a strange. I think he's like a loose cannon, like a wild card, like kind of like in the middle, like a straight wild card. And I think Elon Musk has a high potential to make a change in reality. I guess it's up to him if he wants to make it good or bad. Next up, we're gonna run through these real quick. Oh shit! Sorry for the profanity. Psych. Y'all can cuss here in comments in the chat. Let me I'm just gonna change something on this video if I can. It's not even letting me. 1 second. Why is it not letting me change my landscape? Oh, there it is. Sorry. So what I'm trying to do is make my camera smaller for a second, but it's being difficult. The internet, me, the computer, all of it, because I am not patient enough with this fucking computer anymore. I'll tell you that. I have too much data on this computer after 5 years of podcasting. I think I've like filled up this computer with completely as much data as it could possibly hold. So let's get into this, guys. Sorry.
Dr. Italo
Sorry for that.
Venturelli.
What we're about to see is a Brazilian neurosurgeon testimony of him treating a red-eyed alien being and speaking telepathically with the alien while it being laid on a hospital bed.
Head neurosurgeon at Hospital Regional was on duty in the ICU when he had the most extraordinary encounter of his life.
In this room or which room?
This room.
Right here.
Mas o vídeo que o senhor assistiu da
shit.
cirurgia
The
foi...
alien was alive in this bed right here.
Deitado aqui,
So he saw the
Coberto
creature
aqui.
right
Saw
here.
the creature right there
The creature
Coberto
was
até-
right there.
while he was
coberto
watching
até
the
aqui, ó.
video of the surgery.
coberto até aqui. His eyes, they were like a teardrops, red, much redder, especially right here, you know. And he was, well, partially covered. He was right here, you know, but he was still alive.
He looked in the eyes of the creature
Yes,
in this bed.
in this bed.
And what did the
Yes.
creature say to you?
Sim.
What?
I saw the red eyes. His face was white, his eyes were red, and he wasn't showing any suffering at all now.
If there was perhaps a possible telepathic communication.
Yes, right there, you see. As if to say, you know, something like, I'm perfectly fine. I've been well looked after.
He said, yes, for sure, a communication as someone would say, yes, I am okay, I've received care. That's what he felt from the expression of the being.
Fala sem falar.
To speak without speaking. It spoke without speaking.
According to Dr. Italo, a being underwent a procedure by his colleague, fellow neurosurgeon Dr. Marcos Vinicio Neves, who died in 2018 of a heart attack.
All right, man. What do you guys think about that? Here's more on it.
Italo Venturelli, eu juro com que eu vou dizer.
Just for the actual facts, Dr. Italo Venturelli,
Dr. Italo Venturelli,
in 1996, Virginia, Brazil.
Vocês, é verdade, nada mais do que a verdade. Sou médico há 46 anos e em 1996, no dia 20 de janeiro, eu fui chamado para ver um paciente, né? E quando eu fui ver, não era um ser do nosso planeta, né? Que fui chamado eventualmente para dar minha opinião sobre o caso, e eu vi o caso sob o ponto de vista médico. Consciente, sem dor, sem sangramento, respirando bem, muito calmo, muito tranquilo, parecia uma criança de uns 7 anos, branquinho, não tinha mau cheiro, a cabecinha grande, mas em forma de gota, né? Boca pequenininha, uma das mãos estava dentro de um campo e outra para fora. O olho não era vermelho, estava lilás, também em forma de gota, e me olhou de uma maneira muito tranquila, não estava agitado, não estava agressivo, não estava com dor, e, na minha opinião, não estava com medo também. Na minha opinião, estava entendendo o que estava acontecendo ali. Um olhar muito bonito de ver, um olhar assim, sem julgamento, né? 2 vezes ele olhou para mim, olhou para a janela, olhou para mim outra vez. Eu senti assim, eu fiquei próximo dele, né? 1,5 metro, assim, não toquei nele, mas eu fiquei próximo. E a maneira de olhar é uma maneira assim que ele parece que era uma inteligência maior do que a nossa, do que a humana, né? Que ele estava entendendo, apesar de ele estar assim numa situação de defesa, ele não estava com medo, ele estava entendendo o que estava acontecendo, né? Possivelmente deveria ter algum propósito, alguma coisa para estar fazendo o que ele estava fazendo. E a verdade é que eu sou testemunha ocular. Eu vi o ser, sim. Podem falar o que for, brincam, zombam, falam uma porção de coisas, mas eu vi ali, deitado na minha frente. É importante as pessoas saberem que não estamos falando de dinheiro, estamos falando de uma coisa que muda o conceito da humanidade, né? Que é um ser de um outro local. Eu fui lá, não fui procurar, eu fui lá por um acaso, ver um outro paciente e eu vi. Eu acho importante as pessoas saberem que, sim, quem fala que viu, quem viu espaçonave, viu, nós vimos mesmo. E não é fácil ficar aqui na frente da câmera falando sobre isso. Que perguntam, parece que a gente está mentindo, tem que insistir. Já jurei que vi mesmo, e vi, né? Que os seres mais novos acreditem que existe sim.
It's fascinating. I mean, time and time again, we hear about entities and the other dimensional beings, extraterrestrial beings, whatever we want to call it. There's something out there, or there are many things out there. What are they? Who are they? Here, look at this. This is a clip from the TMZ documentary of Jeremy Corbell's jellyfish UAP recording. It has two different angles of the jellyfish UFO flying over land and water, and he talks about it, how supposedly submerged for about 17 minutes. Yeah.
This shape has been seen since the beginning of UAP or UFOs. They call it the jellyfish UAP. It's in thermal. It was filmed on a weapons platform. You see that there's a dog there. You see the animals are black. I'm assuming this is black hot. You see the object just went to white, and you'll see it going from white to black, and that's basically showing the heat differential. So it's going like hot and cold, hot and cold. The problem was the optics platform was jammed. These individuals who target with these platforms, they can shoot out an Al-Qaeda tire at 27 miles away, but not being able to lock it was one of the first signs that something's weird. I was able to find direct eyewitnesses and corroborate that this event did happen. When individuals would target in on it with the optics, the way it was described, each of these hanging things, they were stiff, like they weren't moving. They had geometric form, like scales. What was said to be scales, like an armor. There were also people with night vision who were out and they were tasked to go look for it. Couldn't see it on the night vision. Only in the thermal spectrum could it be seen. But anything that looks like that appears to have a payload, that's a big deal. It could be dangerous. So these are high priority. But what happened is there were a couple other nations involved, and the feeds were just shut immediately. So that put me on high alert too. Why is it completely being shut down? But that's not all it did. It goes out over a body of water. I'm told it stops on a dime, descends into the water, stiff into the water. And for 17 minutes, nothing. And boom, this thing comes up out of the water and shoots off at 45 degrees, just like that. It looks very much like what I've heard that has made incursions into nuclear facilities, because I know for sure, fact of the matter, there is footage from inside a nuclear facility. And I'll just say it, Pantex, that's the one, man. Something that appears identical to this moves between these nuclear silos and shot off again at a 45-degree angle. What it is, I don't know, but now, when it goes over a body of water, I do have some footage of that. This is when that same object, a jellyfish UFO, goes out over this like, you can kind of get an idea by that distance now how far these optic systems can reach. When it gets to that point where it's over the water, every source that I have talked with who is aware of this footage, that footage exists. We've got a UFO or UAP descends into the water stiff, comes back up, and then shoots off 45 degrees. Now, this was taken by an intelligence agency and buried. So I don't know, man. These are the cases that spark me.
I tell you what, Jeremy Corbell is seemingly one of the good guys who is willing to take a stand against the military, which is a fucking powerhouse. And it's rough because people see some shit, and we try to explain, and it's just sometimes the mainstream will call people conspiracy theorists. Call be like people like, oh, then don't listen to this, and they'll try to come up with the angle as these mainstream narratives. He's definitely not part of the mainstream narrative, is what I'm trying to say, man.
Not look like a traditional.
Now, here is a very interesting movie. The Holloman Air Force Base, New Mexico, 1964, April 24th. This is a 3D CGI animation movie. It was an awesome time back then. There was not a lot of regulations, and people lived free, and it seemed like they weren't how do I say it? They weren't scared to face the truth back then, when they saw these things, or yeah, I don't know. Back then, 1960s, 1950s, 1970s, that was a real time. We're gonna play this. Movie time. Sorry.
A normal morning for the staff. The Air Force had planned a high-speed sled test for that day as part of their research on the effects of extreme acceleration on the human body. A helicopter with a cameraman was in the air, ready to film the experiment, and a high-speed camera was set up near the site, just in case. Out of these craft emerged three beings, not of our world. They extended a greeting to the U.S. Air Force personnel, a moment that bridged two worlds. The visitors carried a device that translated their alien language into perfect English. They stayed for hours, a meeting of minds from different realms. What transpired remains a mystery, a secret kept by those who were there.
Man, so this is based on real events, and time and time again, you hear about different times the military or people in America have saw these extraterrestrial craft, Roswell, Kenneth Arnold, dozens of others, Betty and Barney Hill, plenty of others, and I just wanted to play music video um right here. This was from Brandon Jamar Scott, and the more I play this, it makes me wonder, because people are trying to post, or trying to make art movies, You know, we see movies with extraterrestrials and all the time, and people just take it for a joke. People, you know, put them in music videos or comic books or anything out there. People just take it for a joke, but no, this is a really, really funny video. But it just said the same thing in a sense.
His head with his car. I think he came from afar, like another state. I don't know, he just points at the stars, and the way that he talks is bizarre. Right in his lake, I know, must have make it a car. I don't know, look, it caught me off guard. Looks real strange in the dark. Look, it's here at the park. Bark! What the heck are you saying? Probably speaking some Spanglish. Oh my God, it's an alien. He's a foreigner, ain't he? No, not from Mexico, Braden. He crashed his car on the pavement. Dummy, that's a spaceship.
We found the location.
Patience, sneak in and take him. Retreat the spaceship with no hesitations. Don't let the locals know that we survey them. Force them with forces, they make altercations. Good gracious, how did they make this? Go get my tool set in severe cases. Orders are nations made by aliens. Like Toyota. Dummy, that's Asian.
Got him.
What the heck are you saying? Those are government agents. Knock it off, he's a harmless Asian.
We're preventing invasion.
Woo, stop illegal immigration. Oh, right, he's not for the taking.
Stand back, we're protecting the nation.
Please. You ain't no patriot. Oh, that's enough. You're men in black, okay, so what? You may have blasters, you got the ducks, but we got the tractors, we got the trucks. You dirty bastards better give up. Chasing aliens and beating them up.
Don't defy us, we're authority.
Look, it's a trailer park, we don't give a
what? They fixed it.
What the heck are you saying? Huh?
Thank you.
Don't let them escape you.
Hurry now, for they take you. Uncle Sam, we're ready to face you.
Activate eraser.
Our memory's fading. Hey Joe, this guy needs help with his car. I think he came from afar, like another state. I don't know, he just points at the stars. No
wait.
Braden is late. I know. What's to make it a car? I don't know, look, it caught me off guard. Looks real strange in the dark. Look, it's here at the park.
Braden. Yeah. I don't know, but something feels wrong. Sir, speak. I think we've been placed under a time loop. What? Something has looped time and wiped our memories.
Alert. Defense system breached.
What does that mean? Oh my God. Agent 12. What does that mean? They can see us.
Now, here's the second part. Very, very awesome video. He's an independent creator. Hey, all respect, go follow Brandon Jamar Scott, please. This guy is pretty awesome.
We're arriving at the spot. We have our target locked.
Okay, prepare to make the shot.
Launch away.
What?
Sir, I think he dodged.
What?
He's moving 30 miles.
What?
It's a flying saucer.
What? Lieutenant, that's impossible.
He's throwing it back, sir. I cannot attack. He's throwing it back, sir. He's shaking it fast. He's throwing it back, sir. I cannot attack. Sir, look at it again.
Goddamn it, attack! Shoot it again. Send out the carrier. All of them in. How many fighters yet?
Probably 10. Hacking a rocket.
Don't let him in. They're sending a video.
I don't understand. I think he's dancing. Look at him stand. He got some moves. He's getting it in.
What does it back? We cannot win.
He's throwing it back, sir. I cannot attack. He's throwing it back, sir. He's shaking it fast. He's throwing it back, sir. I cannot attack. Sir, look at it.
Lieutenant, rally the crew. Sorry to do. Get information and start with the shoot.
But he's breaking it down.
I know just what to do. Bring out the Navy, we breaking it too. Bring out the Army, they popping it too. Air Force flying by land pursuit. Space Force jamming, I'll give me the loot. Murray's fast enough and they go smooth. Got reserves looking for some action. King of pop, call us Michael Jackson. Easy challenge, so we out here dancing. Ladies serving, gotta make it nasty. War crimes, cause we out here dancing. Beat it up, uniforms is fashion. Beam them up, hurry up and blast them. Wait a minute, when a minute, black come.
Destroying it back, sir. We're sending out blasts. We're throwing them back, sir. We're wiping our tracks.
He's throwing it back, sir.
Where are we at?
Sir, enemy drones on the map.
Go follow the track.
You stalled them long enough. Attack.
We're arriving at the spot. He's on the road.
Okay, prepare to make the shot.
Launch your way.
What?
Sir, I think he done.
What?
He's moving 30 miles.
What? What? Lieutenant, that's impossible.
Look closely, for what you see shall soon come to pass. For this event marks the crumbling of your world. The ancient serpent, and the fallen are losing their grips on humanity, and in desperation have orchestrated one last stand. Your scriptures call this moment the Armageddon. The veil between the spiritual and physical is thinning, and the forces on Earth, motivated by power and greed, have inadvertently brought about what they fear the most. The dragon is coming. The sun will darken, the moon will turn to blood, the stars will fall from the sky, nations will rise against nations, and the world will be consumed by chaos. The trumpet blast will herald destruction, and a third of the earth will be burned. The seas will turn into blood, and all living things within them shall perish. The wicked will cry in agony as they see the lake of fire awaiting them. Men will long for death, but death will flee from them.
Whoa, Mr. Opening? This isn't working. Thanks for the help, though.
Are you sure about that decision?
Yeah. But we almost spooked him. Really? He's eating a sandwich. No, he's grabbing his heart. More like grabbing his farts. The man's got gas. Come on, man. It's not funny. I need to warn them before it's too late. Okay, this time if I allow them to neglect to capture me, I can thwart their plans with the Room Blueprint Project and I escape every one crash. Maybe you should just come back to the light. I'm not going back home yet. After 256,000 loops, you'd think I'd learned something by now. But it always ends terribly. Maybe I should give up. And even if I did save them, how can they accept me after the way I treated them?
Hey! Eugene, don't you walk away from me, boy!
Get off of me!
I said don't you walk away!
You wait till Mom dies and now you want to be in my life? Tell me what to do? Want to play catch with me, huh? No. You'll never be my dad.
Come on, son. Just come on back here.
I'm never coming back to this trailer park again. I hate you. Hey, what are you doing? Say you just gonna quit? You know I don't belong here. Sound like a quitter to me. I'm not a quitter. Run away when the going gets hard, that's quit. You don't know me, Gene. I know you're a coward. Just an orphan hick that nobody loves anyway. Loves anyway. Loves anyway. Loves anyway. Gene. I didn't mean that at all. I didn't mean that at all.
Dear God, please take care of my son. Please tell him I'm sorry. I could do a whole lot better for him. God, I don't know if I believe anymore. But if it's part of your plan, please give me my son back. Please give me my son back.
Try again, Eugene.
Hey Joe, this guy needs help with his car. I think he came from afar, like another state. I don't know, he just points at the stars. No, wait. Braden is late. I know. What's the make of the car? I don't know, look, it caught me off guard. Looks real strange in the dark. Look, it's here at the
Now, I remember, you know, this is all just I guess it's independent, right? If supposedly. I don't know, man. I think that there's more to it. I think
Neurosurgeon
that
at
maybe that dude was in the military himself or something, and he's able to, like that was a very interesting collection of you know, how do I say this? Animations in those music videos, right? Pretty interesting, I thought. And it fit right in with the documentary of the actual Air Force documentation on their visitation, and this, these things are happening around the world, out in the ocean. Jeremy Corbell and, and Gary Voorhees, their their UFO moments were, over the ocean. So who knows what's really happening out there? There's a very famous episode on the Confessionals podcast, where on the Confessional podcast, he had a military guy come on his podcast, and I'll link the episode right now, actually. So he goes down to Antarctica, and he sees some stuff, and he sees like some extraterrestrial craft or something, and he experienced like time loss. This dude literally experiences time loss. Let me let me release video of a craft, maybe in another country. Oh, sorry. Man, I tell you, there are many different craft out there that have been discovered and been videotaped. Uh, I believe there was an interview or even documentation showing how um, there's at least 30 different craft that have been like reverse engineered by the governments, all around the world, at least, at least. This is Lynn Buchanan, one of the most credible and well-trained military remote viewers, similar to the movie The Men Who Stare at Goats, similar to like Project Montauk and the Stargate project and remote viewers like 11 in Stranger Things. You know how she can close her eyes and she can see in other places? That's a very, very, very real thing that the government worked on with soldiers in the 80s. And it's a well-known thing if you study the things. I guess, right? If you watch the movie The Men Who Stare at Goats, that it literally tells you. And this is one of them, one of the guys who's part of it. So
Did you get the impression that there
let's check this out.
were humans inside of these bases, or something?
There were humans being used, yeah, but they were alien, yeah.
Now, when you said that like humans are being used by these aliens, in what way? Like to do their projects, to build these craft? Like what's going on there?
Well, yeah, just personnel, maintenance personnel, things like that. They say the Anunnaki and all that, when they left the Earth, they were here and they had human slaves doing digging for gold and all this other stuff. Well, they took slaves with them. And so they've had humans all along. Well, when they come back here, of course, they're going to bring their worker bees with them, and many of those are human.
That's really interesting. Gigi brings up a really good question. Lynn, you said aliens. Where do you sense they were from? Did they sense like that they were from here and they had always been here? Or I guess you just kind of already answered that, where they go away and then they come back. But did you get a sense that they were not from Earth or from Earth?
Oh, not from Earth. But the thing is, everybody oversimplifies it. They say us and them. It's actually us and them and them and them and them and them and them and them. From all over the place. There are multiple forms and types of ETs, and even of one type. There are multiple planetary systems they come from, star systems they come from. I mean, they have spread across the universe and still spreading. So, you say the Greys from one area, and they have one agenda for being here. The Greys from another star system will have another agenda for being here. And so you can't say us and them and what do they want and all that. You have to, and it's like going into Walmart, pointing to any one customer and saying, what do they want? You can't. So it's not a simplistic type thing. It's very, very complex. And there are those who are hostile to us. There are those who are favorable to us.
Did you get the
I always remember this thing that Alex Jones had said about the alien and UFO things. He said that each government, and this is matching, collaborating with many different documentaries and people who have been through these programs, right? And contactees and abductees. That there's all these different races, and because they're supposedly, right, there's all these millions of star systems, all these millions of galaxies, right? The universe is expansive forever. Okay, so like there would be hundreds of races. So what is being said is that there are specific few races working with big governments. Like, America works with A, B, and C from those A, B, and C galaxies, and then Russia works with like O, M, N, P, and whatever. and then China works with XYZ. And so that's how it would be, because they're studying these different star systems, trying to send signals to these different star systems that collaborate sometimes with their theosophical origins. Oh, the dragon from thousands of years ago might have came this way. Let's just say China. I'm just saying, like the ideas in which they would send their satellites. Like, not every country is gonna send a signal and see the same things, and you know, um, it it's pretty interesting. It's definitely pretty interesting. This is another video right here. So, in the 1980s, a New Zealand Navy frigate was reportedly pursued by approximately 800-foot unidentified submerged object. So these are instead of UFOs, where we don't we don't know where they're coming from, but they're flying technology, wild technology. USOs would be to the same thing, but they're able to go underwater. Supposedly all UFOs can, but don't they don't most people don't see them that because, like, I don't know why. um but so the term USO is I guess where they're underwater currently. Check this out.
These things are moving. The one with the New Zealand frigate in 1980s, the HMNZS Southland, had an 800-foot long USO following it, and it was about 2 kilometers behind the ship, and actually closed that distance in 25 seconds and went under the ship and drained all the batteries, drained all the power from the ship. And you've got to clear the width of this thing was about 150 feet in diameter. This cylindrical shaped object, 800 feet long. So it's what is that? That's 30% longer than the largest Russian sub, which would be the Typhoon class subs, right? So it's 30% bigger than a Typhoon class sub. The thing closes 2 kilometers in 25 seconds. This gives you a crazy acceleration, right? Underwater. The top speed is something like 3,500 miles an hour. These things are moving. The one with the
So fast, very, very, very fast. This is interesting to go ahead and is it? Let's see. Share it. Boom, that's easy. Wow. Awesome. They made this easier for me. Okay, cool. Give it about 3 seconds and it'll switch over. So an article that just popped up. Final reading. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's an unidentified anomalous phenomena. Vermont lawmakers want to investigate. So Vermont lawmakers are creating a UFO task force, or want to. Very interesting. The bill proposes creating a state task force to evaluate reports of unidentified aerospace and underwater objects. So USOs. Assess airspace safety risk and coordinate with federal partners and academics on the topic with the goal of recommending better policies for the future. The new body would be led by officials from Vermont's Department of Public Safety and Transportation, with additional membership from lawmakers and relevant experts. In short, the legislation concerns UAPs and unidentified anomalous phenomena, a topic that's attracted increasing federal attention and lawmaking. There's potential for fun in the proposed task force too. For the cryptid fans in the room, there's an underwater provision to this as well. So if we want to investigate Champ, we can do that. Oh, where's my dog? Oh shit, my that's my dog's name. Fuck, they're gonna investigate that dude. Oh, he's been a bad dog. Holy shit, that's funny. Is I would think also, if I'm gonna be 1000%, with the way that the governments are starting to propose that UFOs, USOs, UAPs, and extraterrestrials are real, then they will legitimately make jobs for the research, study, drawing, documentation, filmmaking of these things, just like they've done with everything else. Or or even these will become public jobs. Like, very very interesting. Pretty interesting. Even wow, they're even mentioning more so that cryptids are for the cryptid fans in the room. Yeah, you know what I mean. Very interesting. Champ, right here that they want to investigate is Vermont's favorite sea monster. So, very interesting. They're legitimately trying to certify this into the government. And this isn't something new, though, right? When we look at the movie Troll and Troll 2, where they go to like what, Norway or Finland, and they're talking about like these giant trolls that live in the mountains, or that are mountain dwelling or whatever, these giant creatures. Well, in that country, there was a real law that trolls existed. Now, that's nothing new. I believe also in like Ireland and a couple of these other European countries, there were real laws a couple hundred years ago about fairies and about gnomes and different things. The gnome statues, there were laws on different things. There was laws on dragons. There's been laws on Bigfoot. You tell me, uh why would governments around the world for hundreds, possibly thousands of years be creating laws on cryptids if they aren't real? It's because they are. It's just, you got to do the research, I guess. Fun fact also, um, there's a huge mystery and conspiracy on why plenty of the military patches of governments. So you look at the military patches and you just like type in cryptids or creatures, and you'll see like a lot of the military seems like they know more about these cryptids and creatures with the patches that they got. Like, it's a strange way to interpret it. Anyways, let's continue on with this Vermont lawmaker proposal. I'm not a subject matter expert at all, so as a policymaker, I think we have an obligation to remain attentive to emerging trends in public safety, and he expected military and commercial airline officials would line up to testify on Vermont's attempt to stay ahead of the atmospheric curve. Oof, if this guy, whoa, all right, this guy's trying to bring on all of the airline whistleblowers. So there's like hundreds and thousands of airplane pilots that sign oaths and sign contracts that they can't really tell what they see in the sky, the UFOs and the crafts, but there's a lot of whistleblowers that come out. Sometimes you see the videos and they talk about it, but a lot of them want to. So if he's going to go ahead and make it a law that these guys can, that would be awesome. We are seeing some whistleblower laws be friendly to us. Pretty cool. But if the skeptics remain unconvinced of the need for the proposed task force, Hedrick highlighted a more down-to-earth purpose. The proliferation of drone use is where I see the need for data. What the fuck? Hedrick told the committee, in the years to come, Vermonters might receive their groceries and packages via drones, as it is already happening. Yep, it's already happening. It's already happening in other parts of the country. Buzzing propellers in the sky might not cause anyone to think twice as these unmanned aircrafts become normalized. Ah, shit. Yeah, I guess he's not wrong. But if they're not regulated, Hedrick suggested, there could be new safety concerns. Whether the Government Ops Committee, which typically examines the inner workings of state and municipal government, has the appetite to exit the stratosphere, time will tell. The body did take testimony from Tucker Anderson, a legislative attorney, to walk through the bill in all of its legal detail. The last agenda item on a morning packed with new bills. Appreciate the committee's patience and tolerance for the last several hours of walkthroughs and committees. I always appreciate a close encounter with all of you. Um, yeah, interesting, right? You could think that here soon we're gonna start seeing government UFO researcher. That would be something, right? Get paid 100 an hour just to research UFOs. I'm down. I'm down. Now this is insane. I'm not. I don't know what this is. I really don't know what this is. And if anybody can explain what this is, uh, um, kudos to you. Like for real, honestly. God will bless you if you can tell us what this is. Let's slow it down. Just a partial speed. Look in the sky. Look in the top. You see all those lights? Hold on. That's not normal. And then
Let's go to freaking battle. Whoa. Welcome to Las Vegas.
weird things in the sky. Yeah, that's we're gonna play that one more time because those are not cars. Those are if anybody thinking that those are car lights. No, 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 no. So you can tell because there's cars moving up here and then it's not moving. The stars ain't moving. No, these whatever. I mean, they're not stars, of course. Whatever the fuck's there.
The hell?
Yeah, that's definitely in the sky, like lights. So craft in the sky. They're doing something. They're doing something like they're
Whoa.
That's insane.
Welcome to Las Vegas.
No idea. That is the wildest thing I've seen. I just can't tell you what that is, and quite frankly, yeah, I don't think you can tell me either. If you can, give you $5. $5. McDonald's money. Yep. I'm just gonna. Yeah, I'll tell you the clearest in history recorded over Area 51. It's just playing. That's wild. I mean, the video's just taking
The
a minute.
aircraft that passed.
So it's playing, but right here in the comments, people say it's the TR3B Black Manta. And so right here on the right, we see this blueprint of the United States and their own technology and craft that they've worked on over the last 30, 40 years, I think 50 years that this has been around. If my research is right. So it's anti-gravity technology that we reverse engineered and put into our own craft. Now look at this video and tell me, do you think it's on the right?
The aircraft that passed overhead this time appeared to be closer to an equilateral triangle shape with a flatter trailing edge.
God damn.
The
Yeah,
aircraft that passed
fuck
overhead
over
this time appeared to be closer to an equilateral triangle shape with a flatter trailing edge.
I don't know. You never know. It could be something very similar, but it could also very well be the TR-3B Black Manta. It's a wicked craft. If I saw it in the sky, I'd trip out. Definitely record it. But, definitely trip out. What the fuck? Now, if you wonder how can these UFOs look like this, or why can't we see that is pretty much like reverse engineered? Now, what you're about to see is like possibly what's going to be used more openly, in the future. Hopefully, that'd be cool. I'll be honest. If we started seeing cars like this would be cool.
Pieces of metal can fit together so perfectly that there's not even the tiniest gap. You'd swear you're touching a single solid block. It looks almost unbelievable at first glance. So how is such extreme precision possible? The secret lies in electrical discharge machining, also known as wire cutting. The process uses a continuously moving fine metal wire and creates high-frequency electrical discharges between the wire and the workpiece, generating temperatures of 8,000 to 12,000 degrees Celsius. This intense heat melts or vaporizes the metal locally, and a special fluid flushes away the material, shaping the exact cut. The result is incredibly detailed. Cuts can be made down to the nanometer scale. For metal parts with highly complex internal structures and extremely tight tolerances, wire cutting is the only method that can achieve such precision without causing deformation. Plus, the edges come out smooth and burr-free. That's why what looks like a single solid block is often just separate parts joined together. The seams are simply too small for the naked eye to see.
Very fascinating. I mean, I always wondered, like myself, but to see it, and these type of metals be, created by our hands, by mankind, I can definitely tell there's some better stuff by these extraterrestrials. Now, here's another clip from Don Farda saying UFO technology can be used instantaneously to deliver a nuclear weapon to the other side of the planet. Like remember that music video I just showed you above? And, they step through portals. The government can create portals. Well,
Two separate pieces of metal can fit together so perfect.
That would be like reverse technology of what these UFOs have been doing and creating portals.
Literally, I mean, just to say it clearly, this technology, one of the takeaways from making this film became very clear to me that this technology that UAP have, the technology that make UAP work, that technology can be used to revolutionize the way we live, or it can destroy everything. You could literally, I mean, just to say it clearly, it can be used to instantaneously
Sorry about
deliver a nuclear weapon to the other side of the planet. That is the most terrifying thing of all time, right?
Right.
And so if you make that technology public and this new energy source public, people could weaponize it. So yes, they're 100%. Everyone I interviewed talked about how that is the humanitarian issue that we face, and it's held back sharing this for a very long time. And the only way forward to make it public and get those benefits would be to open up some of it, the base facts about it, and treat it like we treat nuclear technology, right? Like that became a humanitarian issue. Nuclear technology is known. We know we use it for good, and we also know that nuclear weapons exist. The average person is not told about like the capabilities of nuclear weapons, the vulnerabilities, how many we have, how many are being made, where they're stored.
No, we know that.
No, we don't. There's tons of information about nuclear weapons that are classified.
Yeah. The amount of bunkers and bases where these crafts are beyond anyone's comprehension. Really, they're all around the world. Plenty of governments have their own little secret bases. Here's historian Richard Dolan discussing UFO and UAP cases that involve not just sightings but documented physical effects on the environment and the people, challenging, mainstream explanations.
Other nations, many. So when I think of the UFO or UAP reality, there's a few things I would say. There is a phenomenon. It has physical effects. It violates, or let's say appears strongly to violate known physics as we understand it. It has a definite historical footprint. That is undeniable. It is also undeniable that our military, the United States military, and militaries of other nations, many other nations, having by them as, and that these objects have outperformed our very best technology that we had at the time, or even me, I say absolutely. It is intelligently controlled, or at least it strongly appears to be intelligently controlled. And I therefore conclude, and I will say this as an assumption, it is not us, whatever it is. Whatever the other thing is, I don't see it as us, or at least the core of it. So when I think of the UFO or
So there are some man-made, but when we say like Roswell and these other events have detailings where the craft fell or they got into a battle or whatever, maybe what we've seen in the sky right there with that video, things like that, and we've reverse engineered. So we're wondering, who are the entities or aliens we're getting it from? We know they exist, but who are they? What are their mission? Why are different governments working with different entities? And as earlier, and it's in these videos, it was questioned like, wouldn't they all have different missions? You can't really figure out just individually. Oh, like we can't just guess, or we can't just individually guess what their missions are. I guess we just got to figure it out. So that it's not really a guessing game. It's like, wow, okay, how do we figure this out? We figure out from their words, with their actions, their laws, I guess, right? And we can tell. Yeah, I guess it's in the movies too. We see it all the time. There's that David Bowie movie. What is it? The Man Who Fell to Earth, right? And then in 2015, 16, 17, there was an Amazon remake, The Man Who Fell to Earth. So in the Amazon remake, it's a politician or a guy who becomes a politician, one or the other. Pretty much an alien like drops down. It's like a demon. It's like a fallen angel. Literally, it looks like a demon, like a fallen angel, like a devil. And the only person who can see it is the politician. And he's here making deals with it, and everyone else can't see it. And the the devil's telling him things to do and suggest him laws to make and all sorts of things uh based on what the demon wants. And so it's a wild idea to think like, okay, well, these governments are really doing it. They're really finding craft. They're really having events. Well, so what's wild is that we hear about Roswell, we hear about all these American events, but in other countries, you can probably tell there's events we don't know about because it's more within their culture. They're keeping it a secret, or the government's not letting it out. The government's more strict on it. Maybe it's interesting. It is very interesting to think that all around the world there's a different story to be told. Right here, Beatrice Villarreal isn't scanning the sky for UFOs in real time. She's digging through astronomical photos taken before satellites existed. Working with glass plates from the 1950s, Villarreal found star-like objects that appear and vanish within an hour. Not one or two, in one case 9, in another 5 flashes aligned along a perfect line with odds of random alignment and roughly 1 of 10,000. Stars just don't do that. Supernovas just don't do that. Plate defects don't even give it away. The other thing we need to remember is that this was before Sputnik. Whatever caused it, definitely wasn't us. As always, she's cautious and methodical. She doesn't claim proof of ET probes, but her work exposes a very real possibility that the search of non-human technology may not be about new telescopes at all. It may be about re-examining old data we ignored. Very interesting. Okay, let's check this out.
Say that, okay, there's no evidence for UFOs. Why are you wasting your time? But it's a catch-22. If nobody ever puts in 1 hour into this research, we will never get the evidence. It's time to think of alternative ways of searching for UFOs around the Earth. So the Galileo project, they are looking for everything that passes on the sky. They are looking also inside our atmosphere. My project is very different. I'm looking very deep into the solar system by using these all photographic plates. My name is Beatrice Villarreal. I'm an astronomer. I work at the Nordic Institute for Theoretical Physics in Stockholm. I lead the project where we are looking for identifiable signatures of alien spaceships.
There are a lot of efforts in the search for life elsewhere that are based on new technologies and collecting new data. But there is also a lot that could potentially be learned from archival sources of data. Perhaps the discovery of extraterrestrial life is already on some photographic plate and we just haven't looked at it right.
The first thing I used was images from the Palomar Observatory in the early 1950s. In the past, when one was taking images of the sky, one had these big glass plates and one put it in the telescope and let it expose an image for maybe 50 minutes, like films. So we started studying these plates. I was sitting with 24,000 images and I looked them through one by one myself. Then I found that we had one image where 9 objects seemed to appear and vanish within 1 hour, which was completely crazy. Because a star is not going to appear and vanish within 1 hour. That's completely unthinkable. When I first found the 9 transients, I thought that something must be wrong. It's a transient, the short-lived astrophysical phenomenon that you see, something that changes, like a supernova is a transient, a comet is a transient.
One of the values in the approach Beatrice is taking, using historical plates, these are astronomical observations of the sky before the satellite era. This is before Sputnik launched, before we had anything else artificial orbiting the planet. So if you find evidence of some sort of transient object in the sky during the early 1950s, it can't be a human satellite, so what is it?
So we started studying this case and we started doing all kinds of tests to see what could be wrong with the image. We were worried that this could be some kind of plate defects. Let's say some kind of scratch on the plate. The thing with these plate defects is that they usually have random shapes. There is no reason why they would get a perfect star-like shape. It can happen maybe once, but our issue was that we had 9 of them. It seems pretty unlikely. And we have kept finding examples of these interesting images of transients and vanishing objects. So here we see 3 stars looking just like any other of the bright stars in the same field. They are there and you can't see them if you compare to the other image that is taken later. More excitingly and more recently, we found our absolutely best candidates for alien probes around the Earth. So what you're seeing here are 5 flashes of light. And if you look there, they are not seen later. They are also lying along a narrow stripe. The probability to find 5 random objects lying along this stripe is 1 in 10,000. If it's along one line, it could in principle be one object, something that is moving. So it's a quite interesting image. It's a very unlikely alignment. We had to rule out every astronomical phenomenon we could think of, like comets, asteroids, supernova.
The biggest criticism of Beatrice's work is that it's very, very difficult to explain what it is you found. So if you're left with something that you can't understand and you perhaps have extraordinary hypotheses, like maybe these are extraterrestrials, maybe they are, but how do you know? How do you follow up on an observation that was taken over 50 years ago?
Man, people can't even remember what they did like 5 minutes ago. Like, for real. People don't even remember what they ate yesterday. Shit. Neither do I. Well, guys, it's been a good night, and I hope that you guys have a wonderful time. Thank you guys for staying tuned. This was a wonderful broadcast, a podcast. Go check this out. This one was actually really smooth. It seemed like I think 2 episodes in the last week or two kind of just had some glitchy parts to it. But this was really smooth. So thank God for the connection. Thank you guys for being here. Like, subscribe, and share. Donate, please, to the 509 Divine Pines podcast at Cash App, PayPal, or buy me a coffee at 509 Divine Pines. Yeah, please do. If I am pretty much self-funded with this podcast. I am crowdfunded, so it would be the best thing for me. Like, you guys would really help me out. And all my sponsors are down below. You guys can go over to Shop C60 for the Nobel Prize winning world's best antioxidant C60 oil. It will get you energized. It will get you clear-minded. It'll keep your body right all day. And I mean that because I've been taking it for the last few years, and everything about my energy is on point when I take it. And it's one of the most helpful things because it's Nobel Prize winning. And I don't know, it's like oil, I guess. It's C60 oil, right? So go check them out over at Shop C60 down below. You can use coupon code 509 Divine Pines for a nice discount off your order. Also, if you guys could go to WGG, use coupon code 509 Divine Pines for a natural NG drink powder. Awesome stuff. Gamer collaborations all the time. You can check out Okazi Clothing and use coupon code 509 Divine Pines for workout gear that is anime inspired, Demon Slayer, and many more. Pretty cool stuff if you are working out, or you like big clothing, cool clothing, nice clothing, cool little gear, I guess you could say. There are plenty of sponsors. Eagle Research over with George Wiseman for water electrolyzers. Brown's gas machine. It is a revolutionary product, revolutionary water technology. You can use coupon code 509 Divine Pines. There are more. Chemical Free Body, a new sponsor that has parasite free, toxin free, chemical free inspired supplements. So if you want to actually like clear out all of the junk 100%, use Chemical Free Body. And I mean it. Tim James is a health hero, the Oregon health hero, Tim James himself. He's awesome. He's an amazing guy. There's plenty of good products there. He's worked with Pat Miltich to also have the Super Soldier Fulvic Mineral. So there are a lot. There's gut toxin, there's detox removal supplements, there's the all powerful green 85 chemical free. It's pretty much like, the best thing out there. A new apple flavor. It's a daily drink. You can take it once in the morning. You can take it twice if you want. You can use coupon code 509 Divine Pines for a nice discount off your order. The best supplements in the market. If you want to lose weight, if you want to get skinny, if you want to just take control of your health and just remove everything like bad about it. You can also go to boomerboost.com if you're looking for more strength and revitalization and more power to your punches. There's definitely some cool things out there. Barley, the heirloom barley that Boomer Boost has is A1 world class. You will not find it anywhere else, and it is one of the best supplements I've ever taken, and I mean it because it literally like makes me explode the gym. Like I have to like put myself back together like stuffing. Just my head pops off and like airhead. I'm just, straight up, like literally, it is one of the most powerful supplements. So boomerboost.com, you can use coupon code Joe30 for a nice 30% discount. And that does apply with multiple discounts and savings on their website. They offer combos all the time. And this was one of the best episodes I've had so far in the last 2 weeks. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for staying true. Go check out all my sponsors down below and stay high, stay blessed. See you guys next time on the 509 Divine Podcast.